What's good, fam? It's your girl Keisha, and I'm here with tonight's all tea, all shade Power Book 2 Ghost Season 2 Episode 8 review. Well, the video I put out at 6 o'clock this morning was for nothing because I was wrong about my predictions. Totally wrong. Nothing that I thought was going to happen actually happened. Yeah. I was wrong. Two of the deaths, though, that I said earlier on actually did happen. But yeah, I was wrong. But anyway, let's get into tonight's episode. So Tariq is in court in the beginning of this episode, and during her portion of the trial, Jenny brings up a tape that they have as evidence, and Davis is like, we have not heard shit about no motherfucking tape, bitch, Your Honor. And so the judge was like, you know, you need to turn over the tape to Davis so he and his associates can listen to it, but the defendant cannot listen to the tape. The judge also says that it needs to be authenticated by the witness, which is Lauren, and that the witness will have to take the stand the following day. So Brayden and Effie meet with this little hippie ass weed supplier or whatever, and dude try to get him some stepped on product for some coke or whatever, but Effie is smart. She actually tasted and tested it out before they purchased it, because you know Brayden old green ass was just about, hey, okay, you got it, great, and was about to give them all the fucking money, but she realized that they was about to get duped again. So dude ended up leaving, and Brayden was like, fuck, what are we gonna do now? She was like, look, just give me a second, let me think about this shit. So Elvin from the Cosby Show tells Tariq after court that a family wants to adopt Yasmin, and says that this was what Ghost wanted for her if nobody could, you know, take care of her, and that he left in his will that he would want her last name to be changed and for her record to be sealed so nobody will be able to find her. And Tariq was like, so this was something that he planned before he died? And Elvin was like, yeah. I need for them to stop adding all this amendments to Ghost's will that just makes no motherfucking sense. Like, I understand they was in a life or whatever, but really Ghost was thinking that far ahead that everybody would end up in jail and my daughter would be off into foster care and get adopted, and he want her last name changed and her location to be sealed so can't nobody find out who she is and where she at. Like, okay, writers, stop it with this. Stop it with all these goddamn extra ass fucking amendments to this man's goddamn will that makes no sense and is just fucking unrealistic at this point. Like, that part blew me. I was like, really, people, this is what we're doing? This is like a fucking Jack in the Box menu. Taco Bell over here, Chipotle over there, hamburgers over here. You know, Jack in the Box said you everything. Shit, they got Panda Express on that motherfucker. Goddamn me, the Pancake House. You get everything you want at motherfucking Jack in the Box, and it's like how they're doing it with Ghost Will. Stop it. It's stupid. So Davis tells Tariq that he gonna need his money. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bills, y'all. By the morning, or he's going to assign him with a regular ass, what's them people called, fucking attorney, a probate, I don't know what them people, I can't think of the word right now. It's 12 o'clock at night. Anywho, he gonna assign him to one of them broke ass motherfuckers to be his goddamn lawyer. So now Tariq is really pressed because he like, fuck, how am I gonna get this man his money? So Monet asks Diana, where is Drew? Because she ain't seen him or Poppy. And Diana was like, I don't know where they at. They don't tell me shit. And you know, Diana still got that in her neck and shit when it comes to Monet. Like, she really feeling herself now that daddy home. So Dante calls Monet's phone and she sends him the voicemail and puts her phone back in her pocket. And Diana peeping game, like, who the fuck calling my mom and she ain't answering the phone? So Monet was like, you know, the fact that Drew and Lorenzo is leaving us out of stuff is not good. Like, if you hear anything, let me know and I might just trust you again. So Dante calls her again and she accepts the phone call. No, Dante calls her again and Diana was like, who is that? And she was like, it's Zeke's agent. You know, I need to take this phone call. So she leaves and closes the door and goes into her room to take the call. Meanwhile, Diana nosy ass goes and creeps to the door. Who's that creeping in my window? Pow! Nobody now. And listens into the conversation and she hears Monet say, I'm gonna need you to stop calling me like this, Dante. And so she looking like, who the fuck is Dante? So Kane meanwhile is at Dante's crib while he's standing in his bedroom looking in like his cabinet or whatever, and he got an engagement ring in his hand that he plans on giving to Monet. And Kane comes in and interrupts his conversation, was like, the plane just touched down and the shipment is in. So he looking like, motherfucker, get the fuck out of here. Who told you to walk up in my shit, bitch? I don't know you like that. So Kane looking at him like, a ring? Like, who the fuck he over here fucking with? So Lauren then tells her parents and Jenny that she does not want to testify. She do not want to get on that motherfucking witness stand. But they like, girl, you gonna have to do it. And the mama was like, you know, thank God you ain't with that hoodlum no more. Malcolm tried to warn us, talking about Lauren's little ex-boyfriend or whatever. And so she feel like, damn, like if I get on this witness stand, like it's really curtains for me and Tariq. So Diana snoops in Monet's room when she's not there to find out who the fuck is Dante. So she's searching all over the room looking in one of her mama Gucci boxes, and lo and behold, she finds this Bible in a Gucci box. So she opens up the Bible and it's a Bible from a Wilmington hospital with a picture of Zeke when he was born. So she looking like, why the mama got a Bible from a hospital with a picture of Zeke? So her nosy ass then calls the hospital and asks for the birth records on Ezekiel Richards or whatever the fuck his name is, Clementine Carter, whatever, Ezekiel Cross from 2002. And they was like, we don't have anything on the Ezekiel Cross from 2002, but, and so she looking like, but what the fuck is going on here? And I was like, see, Diana, you sitting up here putting your beak and shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. This shit gonna come back on your ass. So Braden and Effie tell Tariq about the fact they couldn't get no product or whatever. He ain't even really mad about the shit. So Tariq tells Braden and Effie that he got a plan to get some product, but he gonna need the Tejadas to help them come through with this, because not only does he need product, but he need money to fucking pay Davis. So then we see Tariq going into like this little juice bar or whatever, and he paid the cashier to go in the back so he can have a meeting with Monet and Kane, Braden, and Effie. So I peeped game that when they sat down at the table to talk, Kane was flirting with Effie or whatever. And I was like, okay, so they ain't family like I thought they might be. But I still think that Evelyn lady and Effie are connected in some form, shape, or fashion. It's something there. Something. They didn't bring her in for no reason. If she don't come back this season, she's going to most definitely come back next season. So Tariq tells them that they need to rob Mecca to get this product or whatever and this money. And instead of them doing it, they're going to use GTG to do it so it can, you know, clear their asses or whatever. Because, you know, Mecca is crazy and Mecca going to come for that ass. And I just want Mecca to lay on top of me, honey, and make me feel good. Make me feel something. So meanwhile, Kane's still flirting with Effie and she kind of giving him the look like, and I really low-key think that at some point Effie and Kane gonna smash. Something didn't happen here. I don't know if Effie and Kane used to fuck with each other back in the day, but it's something going on with that whole situation, because I don't remember them ever having a scene with each other unless I'm tripping. But like, why he's so comfortable? I know he flirt with folks, but I don't know, it seemed like it's something there between Effie and Kane, like they got history or a past with one another. It's something there. So they decide they're gonna use Braden to get into Mecca's building, because you know it's very high class. So Kane tells them they're gonna need Drew's help with this or whatever. So Kane and Monet then go back to the crib and ask Drew to help them. And he was like, I ain't doing this shit. And Kane was like, look, I'll let you, you know, finally kill Guapo. I'll do it. He was like, nah, bitch, I'm gonna do it. That's the only way I'm gonna participate in this shit is if I get to do it. And he was like, you gonna do it? Like, you gonna pull the trigger? Really? He was like, yeah, bitch, I'm gonna do it. They the sibling rivalry cracks me the fuck up. Y'all like my new Versace chain? Got me another one. Versace. Coach. My other Versace's in there. Oh, by the way, you guys, I'm gonna do another try on haul video sometime this week with Pretty Little Things and Shein. Be on the lookout for that. But anywho, back to the review. So Monet tells them that Lorenzo and Diana cannot know nothing about this. So Drew was like, I mean, all you gotta do is have Tariq call her and tell her that he need her. She gonna go running. So Monet was like, oh, my dumb ass daughter. And then Kane reminds her that you gonna have to keep Lorenzo distracted. She was like, oh, really, bitch? Y'all want me to go over here and distract this nigga, keep him company like I like this nigga? Like, what the fuck? She was like, all right, I guess I'll do it. So Tariq visits Davis at his office. And Davis is like, you know, we got this tape in, but I can't let you see it. I could lose my practice, this, that, and the third or whatever. I can't let you see this. So Tariq was like, what the fuck you calling me here for? He was like, look, I'm about to go in the other room and go eat me some Subway for lunch because my stomach is growling or whatever. I'll be back. So Tariq put two and two together like, oh, okay, you can't show it to me, but I'm gonna look anyway. So he goes and sits in Davis's chair and turns on the volume, and here's none other than his and Lauren's conversation. He like, I know this high yellow bitch did not. I know you didn't, you raggedy bitch, you. So he storms out, and Saxe catch up with him like, look, dude, do not do nothing to this girl. Like, we cannot let it slip that, you know, you've heard this tape or whatever. So in the meanwhile, while Saxe is pleading for Lauren's case, he slips and brings up the fact that Carrie is the one that used her and made her wear a wire. So Tariq is really like, oh, both these hoes was on some shit. Oh, okay, I got some hot ones for both of them. So then we see Saxe fucking Jenny, and it's the most awkwardest, uncomfortable, driest sex I ever seen in my life. And after they try to bump uglies, he slips and lets Jenny know that Tariq heard the fucking tape. I'm like, Saxe ain't good for shit. Like, he ain't good for nothing. I'm like, this dumb motherfucker heard. So she threatens to have him and Davis disbarred and puts him out her motherfucking crib, and then hits up Carrie to try to tell her, you in danger, girl. You in danger. The enemy is at the door. Put the chains on the motherfucking door. So Tariq is in class and peeps that Lauren is not there. So he's suspicious or whatever. So he gets up and leaves. But before he leaves, Jenny keeps on blowing up Carrie'S phone, so she goes and takes the call, and Jenny tells Carrie Dad that, you know, Tariq didn't hear the tape, bitch. Lauren is in danger, girl. You gotta go find her. So when she comes out, she sees that Tariq is gone. She rushes out of class, goes to Lauren's dorm room, and lo and behold, finds none other than Tariq in her room. So, you know, she's scared, like, oh God, I done ran into the trap. So, Tariq confronts her and says that, you know, Lauren ain't got shit to worry about over her. I ain't gonna fuck with her. But it is the people out there that's gonna feel some type of way if she do take the stand. So I feel like you need to, since you put her in this motherfucking position, and I thought you were supposed to be here to protect your students, not put them in harm's way. So Carrie was like, you would protect her after what she did to you? You know, that's a ruthless, dirty bitch. She's a dirty girl. She's a dirty girl. I need to watch Robin Big. I need to watch that. Anywho, so Tariq was like, she did it because you made her. Like, bitch, the fuck? So he leaves and leaves Carrie sitting there shaking and shit. So Monet gets Lorenzo to take her to Coney Island because she bring up some old shit from back when Biggie was alive and Faith had blonde hair. So Diana asks, you know, Ma, can I talk to you? And she was like, I'm about to go. Fuck you want. Like, she ain't got time for Diana. So Diana was like, never mind, I'm about to go to Zeke game. But Monet know her hot ass is lying, because why you going to a motherfucking basketball game with a short leather skirt on, bitch, and some motherfucking thigh high boots, bitch? You ain't Frank Sinatra daughter. Like, what the fuck is going on? These boots are not made for walking, bitch. So she goes up to Diana's room and starts snooping around, because birds of a feather would flock together. So she snooping around Diana's room and sees some condoms. And she like, this rat hole that I done fucking raised. This bitch ain't listening to shit I told her. Dumbass. So Carrie goes to court and gets Jenny to put her on the stand. So of course Jenny does it because she tells Jenny, you know, I know some shit about this damn case too. So Diana is in court like we all knew she would be, standing by her man. Stand by my man. So Carrie is on the witness stand and Jenny, you know, prosecutes her first or whatever, or asks her a question. Then Davis gets up and hit her with that 1-2 hit a quitter, baby, and brings up the fact that she just slept with 4 niggas on this motherfucking case, and basically makes her look like the discreditable person that she is. So he make her look like that she's discreditable and that she's a rat hoe. So she admits to fucking Zeke, admits to fucking him, admits to fucking Jabari, and admits to fucking Kevin. So everybody in the courtroom, especially that black lady that was in the jury, was like, just nasty, just filthy. They was judging the fuck out of her. So she realizes that her days are numbered as a motherfucking professor now that this shit is out. So Monet and Lorenzo connect on Coney Island, and you know, for a minute there I really felt like she was comfortable in her decision not to go back with Dante and to make this shit with her and Lorenzo work, because there is history and love there. So at Mecca's crib, he's irritated as fuck because, you know, he want his bitch back and she ain't answer his phone calls. He wants some pussy. This nigga ain't hit shit in a minute. Like, what the fuck is going on? Then Chef getting on his motherfucking nerves. They didn't had a little tete-a-tete or some shit. Then the power goes off and he like, oh, I ain't got time for this shit. So he gets a call that his stash has been hit. He like, oh, no. So Mecca tells Chef, let's roll. Let's be out. Ante up, bitch. So Kane tells him, you know, this sounds like some shit that I did to GTG back in the day. So he was like, all right, let's roll. So when they leave, Kane leaves the door open so, you know, Drew and them can be able to slip in real easy. So then we see Effie get in the car in a little, you know, Catholic schoolgirl outfit or whatever. Drew, Braden, and Guapo in the car waiting on her. Guapo in the back sniffing cocaine and shit. And she was like, you know, cutting the power was easy. Now it's the hard part. So Drew was like, make sure you keep the motherfucking cameras off. She was like, I got you. So then Guapo gets a phone call from his boy saying, you know, half of them have been fucking hit, but the bag is secured, and that's all we worried about anyway. Fuck them rest of them niggas. So Mecca and them leave. They jump out the whip and do a motherfucking placement ad for a fucking car. I'm like, what the fuck, y'all done partnered up with whoever the fuck this car was? They doing fucking placement ads and shit in an episode of Power. I'm like, are we really doing this right now? They up here showing the features of this car and all of this shit. I'm like, bitch, I paid for stars so I don't have to watch fucking commercials, bitch. Ain't nobody got time for this. So Braden goes into the building with this hard-ass Amiri Letterman's jacket that I need immediately, and distracts the doorman, and Effie and Braden and Effie, Drew, and Guapo slip into the building. So Effie makes this female security guard follow her because she lies and say that her grandmama done slipped now that the fucking lights and shit is off, and she leads this lady to a fucking room. And I'm like, why would your grandmama be in a storage closet? Like, this lady wouldn't know the ins and out of this whole fucking building. Writers, that didn't make no motherfucking sense. That didn't make no fucking sense. Effie then locks the lady in like this fucking storage room. And then we see Drew and Guapo walking up the steps like they are going on a leisurely stroll through Central Park on some Jill Scott. Let's take a long walk around the park after dark. I'm like, why are they walking so slow up these steps? Like, shit is sweet and like they ain't got no place to be and like they ain't trying to break into somebody's building. Make it make sense, Jesus. It didn't. So Guap tells Drew that, you know, I got his back. He give him some raggedy ass gold grills and a stack of money, and Drew play it off like, yeah, it's all good, we cool. So Mecca tells Chef, once they get to the hangar and see that all they men have been killed and the product has been stolen, to head back to the motherfucking crib and get the motherfucking straps, bitch, because some niggas about to die tonight. Come with me, Hail Mary, run quick, see. Okay, so then he makes Kane stay at the hangar, and Kane was like, where you going? He was like, nigga, it's hunting season, bitch. Killer Cam up in this bitch. So Kane like, fuck, everybody head back to the crib. Motherfuckers about to get caught. So Drew pulls out on Guapo as they're standing on the steps. Meanwhile, he holding his gun like, I mean, I know he's supposed to be gay, but like, can he at least hold the gun like this? He was holding it like. I'm like, ain't nobody scared of you. You can't even hold the gun like you got a firm grip, my nigga. So Guapo looking at him like, really, bitch? He holding this gun like it's his first dick he ever held. So, Guapo ends up smacking the gun out of his hand. They have a bitch fight on the steps and shit. And then Drew ends up getting on top of Guapo or whatever. And Guapo was like, we've been here before. You ain't got it in you. And then Drew kills him with his bare hands. Ooh, he's a man now. So Kane then accidentally but purposely calls Diana so she can then call him back, and then he plays it off to one of Mecca's people. Who's like, Mecca just called him and told him to head back or whatever. So Chef comes back to the crib while Drew is on the inside. Meanwhile, Drew then broke into Mecca's room and finds the bag full of money and the engagement ring that he got for Monet. So at some point there, he's of course Mecca's gonna find out that they was the one that robbed him, because he's going to spot or find out about this ring. Somehow that ring is going to come into place and bring all this shit back to surface. So he stuffs the ring back into the bag, and as he's leaving out, like I said, Chef is back getting all the straps or whatever. So he like, fuck. So he pull out his gun with the silencer, steady holding it like a girl. He up there. I'm like, bitch, why is you smizing? So then he calls Kane and was like, somebody back up in this motherfucker, what the fuck? So then he ends up hiding in Mecca's gun room or whatever with the door cracked open. But I'm like, why wouldn't he just close the door when he saw Chef go around the corner? Like, he should have closed the door, but the door still cracked open. He holding the gun like this, ready to shoot, when Kane come running in. Chef. So dude standing at the door, and then he finally walks off, was like, what? And Kate was like, Mecca want us to come back real quick. And he was like, he ain't called me and said nothing. And so while what's this nigga name? Kane was distracting Chef. Drew tiptoes in his Jordans past Chef and out the door. This man is a trained mercenary. And you mean to tell me he ain't gonna send somebody walking directly behind him? A lot of shit in this episode did not make sense, people, and I'm just not here for it. It was a lot of fantasy, a lot of Harry Potter shit going on in this episode, and I need everybody to stop it. Stop it immediately. Stop it fucking immediately with the stupid shit. So Tariq then gives Davis later on that day the ring as payment. So like I said, this ring is going to come back into play at some point. So at dinner that night, it's a motherfucking showdown, bitch. It was like a Madea play, bitch. Everybody sitting at the table. Diana did cook chili and shit. Monet sitting there like she want to be anywhere else but there with their raggedy asses. They all lie and tell Zeke they was at his game, and his dumb ass believe like, oh, I ain't see y'all. Oh, really? Oh, sorry, I ain't see. Oh, yo. I'm like, this dumb motherfucker here. So then Kane ended up joining on Tariq, which of course made Diana get her panties all in a goddamn bunch. And so, you know, she wasn't gonna take that. Don't you talk about her man. Don't you do it. Don't do it, Bernie. Don't do it. So then everybody get to question Diana, like, how you know so much about Tariq's case? So now that the heat is on her, Diana was like, oh, since y'all motherfuckers want to bring up my shit, let's get to talking then, bitch. They had a dinner scene from hell. Anybody that has read my books know that I am legendary for my dinner scenes from hell. So I felt like somebody over there at Power must have read one of my books and decided to do their own dinner scene from hell. So Diana was like, okay, since we talking about some shit, Kane, let's talk about how you replace our product with motherfucking sugar and shit, bitch. So then Lorenzo and Monet get to going in on him like, why would you fucking do that? Why would you fuck up our supply and our livelihood just so you could be the motherfucking connect? Like, bitch, what the fuck? So then Kane then tells Lorenzo that Drew ain't killed Emmett, and I know that ain't his motherfucking name, but I don't care, I learned it. So Drew like, oh really, bitch? That's what we doing tonight? So then Zeke want to get up and leave at this point. He's like, y'all trying to kill my motherfucking basketball mate, one of my boys or some shit. Like, I ain't got time for this. Monet was like, no, don't leave, don't leave. And then Diana was like, oh, you don't want him to leave? Well, how about you tell him and daddy that you got him as your whole motherfucking exit plan? You using him. And so Zeke looking like, really, auntie? Oh, are you really, auntie? So then Diana was like, oh yeah, bitch, and I ain't done. Let's tell Poppy how you out here fucking some nigga named Dante. And then Monet was like, she lied. Come here, bitch. Bring your ass here, bitch. I'm about to whoop your ass, bitch. She was acting like she was one of them hoes from Johnson's Cabaret hoe. And then she was like, oh yeah, mama, I ain't done, bitches, for all them times you took my phone, all them times you made me go upstairs in my room, all them times you look girl me. How about the fact that this is your motherfucking mama, bitch, and Dante is your motherfucking daddy? And Zeke was like, how much she, auntie, she lying. He ain't my daddy, is she? You ain't my mama, huh? I'm not like this dumb nigga here. So then Diana was like, look at the paper. She bring out the goddamn birth certificate. I'm like, what the hell this hoe got time to go down to the birth records place and find out all this shit? So Zeke look at the birth certificate like, this ain't my birthday. And she was like, Zeke, nigga, it ain't your birthday because you weren't born in 2002, nigga. You was born in 1998, which means that you are what, 21, 22, she said. So he looking like, and Lorenzo was like, this your motherfucking son? Zeke leaves. Monet was like, I'm gonna kill you, bitch. Like, she literally hates Diana now. And it's like that for that hoe on sight. I want to see her whoop Diana ass on motherfucking sight, bitch. Next time she see Diana, bitch, I'm rag tagging your ass. So Lorenzo was like, so Zeke is your son? And then Monet was like, yes. And he was like, and who was the father? And she sat there on mute. And he was like, you should go. And she standing there like, I'm gonna get all you. I'll get you, my pretty. And she leaves. So then Monet hop in the whip and she calling Zeke, but he ain't answering the phone. So then she make a U-turn in the street because she got some shit to handle. So Mecca then kill everybody in GTG, bitch, while Kane is with him. And the girl that worked for him was like, we ain't find the product. He was like, all right, it's cool. So Kane and Chef standing there, and Mecca was like, now we got to get rid of the inside man. They was like, who's the inside man? Who said that? Who said that? Who did that? Who did that? Next thing you know, baby, Mecca then sliced Chef's throat and kills the shit out of Chef, bitch. I was like, damn, Chef. Damn, homie. You was the man, homie. And Kane looking like, oh, this nigga is crazy. I don't know if we should have robbed this nigga. And so Mecca was like, he was the mole, by the way, if you didn't know that. Help me clean this body up because I got shit I need to do, girl. So I'm like, R.I.P. to Chef. Woo, woo, woo. I'll miss you. So the dean texts Carrie at home like, we need to talk in the morning, bitch, because I'm about to fight this. Meanwhile, she gets a knock on the door, and it is none other than Monet. And I was like, okay, so this must be the big death, the major death that they was talking about in this episode. Because I was like, I know for damn sure the major death wasn't no fucking Guapo and Chef. I'm like, the fuck is going on here? So Monet come in and was like, have you seen Zeke? And she was like, no, I ain't really talked to him that much lately. And Monet was like, you know, I done lost everything. I lost my family. And she was like, well, shit, bitch, I done lost a lot too. I done lost everything. And Monet was like, well, shit, you know, if Zeke has you to come to, he'll never come back to me. Which means you gotta go. And she told her she was gonna kill her episodes back. So Effie asks Brayden to leave so she and Tariq can chop it up or whatever at the dorm room. And Brayden was like, light a candle this time. Basically saying them motherfuckers stink. You over there with some fishy pussy, and Tariq, you over there with a dirty, musty dick, bitch. So Tariq tells her about Lauren, the fact that Lauren wore a wire. She was like, you know what, I never did like that bitch. And he was like, I'm pretty sure she said the same about you. She was like, no, for real. When you're with her, you have to be a version of yourself that you're not. And which is true. So much like his father with Angela. So Tariq was like, you know, I was wrong about her, this, that, and the third. Effie get to pushing up on him. And he was like, you know, I thought you said you weren't trying to get attached. And she was like, it might be too late. And I was like, now he done fucked her again, baby. Diana's gonna slit her wrist sideways. And this is once again why I really do think that Diana is going to get fucking pregnant by him, because he out here fucking all of these goddamn bitches. And just to think about, she gonna find out that he not only fucking her, but Effie and Lauren at the same time, and one of them hoes gonna end up pregnant. I really honestly believe it's gonna be Diana. And when Monet gonna find out, Monet gonna laugh at her ass like, you dumb motherfucker. Now you see how this shit feel, and gonna leave Diana to fend for her motherfucking self. So, and you know Lorenzo gonna be really mad. Oh, I forgot to mention that when they was arguing at the table, Monet brought up the fact that Diana was fucking Tariq. So imagine her father finding out that you not only been fucking this nigga, but now you pregnant by him, bitch. Oh no. So then we see Zeke going to Carrie's crib to run to her like Monet knew he would, and the door is cracked open. He walks in, and none other than Carrie's body is hanging from the ceiling. I was like, God damn, Monet, she took all her motherfucking aggressions out on that bitch. I was like, y'all better leave Monet alone. This bitch ain't had no good dick in years. She irritable. She going through early menopause. Her daughter ain't shit. Her son over there sucking on dicks. The other one dumb as a doorknob. She can't stand her husband that look like a tadpole, bitch. Girl, her first son don't fuck with her, bitch. Her life is in shambles, and somebody had to pay for all the shit that Monet is over there going through, child. So Carrie was the major death. I guess you can call that a major death. We all knew that the bitch was gonna die. I remember I told y'all I had changed my mind on last week's episode and was like, I don't think she gonna die. I think that she's gonna end up with Tate. But I guess I should have went with my first mind, and that she was going to die, which she did. Guapo died, which I said that he would. I didn't think that they would kill Chef off so quick. I really liked his character. Would have liked to see him do more. You know what I'm saying? It would have been really dope to see like an Asian, Korean, Japanese, or whatever hitman on the show. That would have been so dope. But this is power. Like I said, tonight's episode, it was good. My favorite scene by far was the dinner table scene from hell. A lot of other elements in tonight's episode was just some make-believe bullshit that I just could not get into. It was a lot of loopholes and shit. Overall, I give tonight's episode, though, a B+. And I give it a B+ because of the dinner scene from hell. I felt like everybody showed up and showed out. And Mary J. Blige, this was some of her best acting that she's done on the show. The young lady that plays Diana did the damn thing. She held her own. It was a really, really good scene. I thought that Lorenzo was going to die this episode. Seems like I'm wrong. I guess we'll have Lorenzo around for a little while longer. I don't want him around longer, but it seems like he's gonna stick around. So I'm guessing that I'll go back to my original thought that it's gonna be that divide in the family where it'll be Monet and Kane and Mecca, and then it will be Lorenzo, Diana, and Drew on one side, and the family will be beefing at some point, and then somehow, some way, they'll hopefully get it back together again. But who knows? At least Monet is with her boo thing now. She's back with where she needs to be, the home team, the right team, which is Mecca. So yeah, I can't wait to find out. I know Courtney Kim said that we'll find out more about Effie next season, but I still stand firm that I think that Effie is related to or knows this Evelyn character that we were introduced to last week. It's something more with that character that will be explored. Let me know what you guys thought about tonight's episode down below in the comment section. If you by chance do want to watch my prediction video that I dropped this early this morning, the notification is right here. You can click on that to watch said episode. Love you guys. See you on the next one. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like, and subscribe. Bye. Ooh. Bye, y'all.